What is up, everybody? My name is Parker Excellent.
My name is Danny Ferrari.
And we are Excellent Sound. Today is a very special day.
That's right.
Not like any other day, okay? It's been 10 plus years in the making. Serum 2 is finally out.
Has it been 10 years?
I think it's been over 10 years, dude.
Damn, that's crazy,
Steve
bro.
Duda was looking a little,
you
know? But he was hard at work, dude. He was hard at work. Made a completely updated version of Serum, and we are so excited. In this video, you guys, we are gonna share our top 10 favorite new features of Serum 2. I'm doing 5, Danny's gonna do 5, but make sure that you guys wait till the end, because Danny has got a very, very special special feature.
That feels really nice.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I wish you kept that energy the whole day because you've been on one.
I have been on one today. It's okay. Look, 4 fingers.
4 fingers.
Sometimes you need 2, but today he needs a 4.
I'll take a 4.
Okay.
What do you guys like? What are you guys most excited about for Serum? Let us know in the comments down below. We're still super new to it, obviously. We have still yet to make our sound. We are going to record that live for you guys and show you our first sound ever made in Serum 2, and we're going to obviously give it away. And of course, we got to go ahead and check out Serum 2 in honor of our brand new pack of Brostep. We got a brand new pack, Brostep, guys. We're bringing it back, right? Brostep. How much do you guys miss Brostep? I fucking love Brostep, right?
Dude.
So we got the classic Brostep sounds mixed with modern Brostep. It's going to be so good. You guys are going to love it. We're going to show some of the sounds today, too.
It's one of our favorite projects. We've been working on it in secret. We haven't been able to tell anybody. We've been itching. We've been fiending for some Brostep, guys. And now we get to show you what we've been working on.
Yeah.
The demo tracks are coming along like crazy, dude.
So
They are
good.
some of my favorite drops. It's insane.
Yeah, we're super proud of it, and obviously, like, it's perfect timing with Serum 2 coming out, so we had to do it. We weren't going to tell you guys for a while, but we decided since Serum 2 is out, we got to get the people excited. We're excited. So if you guys want to know more as far as, like, how many presets are going to be in it and all the samples that it's going to be coming with, we have a link in the description. It just gives us your email. We'll be sending you information, and obviously, when it goes live, you'll be the first to know, and if there are bonuses, you'll be able to get those, too, as well. Maybe there will be. Maybe some Serum 2 bonuses. I don't know.
Maybe, guys.
Maybe.
All right, let's jump into this. My first favorite feature of Serum 2 is the ARP, guys, okay?
ARP.
I got a really nice melodic pluck from the new Brostep pack, Recess pluck.
Beta, it's a beta, so we're still working through some of the names, but yeah,
It's
Recess.
a little beta, okay, guys? But my favorite is the ARP function, okay? This is insane. Steve Duda had Cthulhu and just threw it right into Serum, and it created a beautiful ARP baby.
And for those of the people that don't know, like, yeah, what is Cthulhu?
Hold the head.
Am I holding
Hold
the
the head.
baby?
Yep.
This is
there
how
it is.
You do it.
That's a beautiful Cthulhu baby. It's got all the tentacles.
Can you put a baby in my hands, please?
It needs
Remember
tentacles.
They used to do that? Yeah, that's right. Get your ass to work. Put a baby in my fucking hands.
Get some tentacles in there, dude.
Yeah, do AI it.
Cthulhu was Steve Duda's ARP/chord generator, okay? And it's about time that it's just in Serum. So it just makes sense. It's really, really sick. We got this pluck right here, and if you just turn it on, so this is really, really, really sick. It's got a bunch of different patterns, very similar to Ableton, guys. A little fishy there.
Yep, that's fine.
Got our transpose over here, and of course our rate, okay? There's also this global banks knob, which I was trying to like load in some MIDI stuff, but it wasn't quite working. So it takes like a different file type. It's not a MIDI file. So I'm still trying to figure it out. If you save this art bank, then it saves as like a factory file, it's called. But
Interesting.
We're still learning. We don't really know how that works yet, but very, very sick. The other cool thing is you have all of these like ARP instances down here. So they're like instances of different versions of, so you can have 8s over here and then you can come over here and it still has 16s. So this is really, really sick to do to kind of avoid all of the Ableton MIDI stuff.
Yeah.
So you could literally make crazy ARPs in here and then kind of flip in between all of these clips.
Try some different ideas out, see what you like.
Exactly. So very, very cool.
And I like this little readout that we have right here. It has a nice little analyzer showing you. Much simpler than Cthulhu too. I mean, like Cthulhu it's crazy because like that was one of the most complex plugins that to figure out. Like you really had to work really hard with all the routing.
Yeah.
And like for Steve Duda to then develop Serum and then now Serum 2 and have it be so intuitive is just insane to see. You know?
It's amazing. Very, very cool. All right, number 2, my favorite feature is we have a granulator.
Oh boy.
We got a granulator in Serum 2. Danny loves granulators, okay?
They're whatever.
Loves granular. What were you saying, dude?
Everybody thinks they're flume because there's as you give a granulator a synth, everyone's like, oh, it's a granulator. And then everybody does the same thing, the flume thing. They're cool. Don't get me wrong. I get mad because I don't really know how to use them.
Yeah. So check it out. So we got a granular. You can go up here. It's got all of these different modes for your oscillators now, which is really, really sick. But one of my favorites is the granulator, okay? So you could drag in a melodic loop from, let's say, Brostep.
Oh! Here it comes. Ow!
So, super sick. Let's drag that baby in there, okay? And let's play a note.
Oh! It's like Paul's stretch, kind of. But better. Oh,
yeah,
fun.
kind of, dude. Really, really sick. Duda. Let's go to Manuel mode over here, and let's move the position. And now it sounds like default Quanta or like default Ableton. And you can kind of mess with the length.
So pretty.
Almost broke it.
Oh.
So really, really sick. Let's see if you could drop it in.
Nice.
So it does work. So now this is kind of a nice way to create kind of different melodies. Yep. How everybody does it on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? You just go boom like this, and then now let's find a different placement.
Little chop.
A little choppy. Take that.
You could change the pitch of it too, I suppose. You could change the course pitch.
And then boom, just go like this. And look, now we're Clams Casino. There it is, dude. But look, we have it right here. You guys can change the shape of the way that it's granulizing the sound.
Oh, cool.
So this is really, really sick.
That's like a pluck. Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and this is what I really wanted, was like a really nice pluck right here. Very, very cool. It has all of the functionality of a granulator, and it has warp.
And we can FM with it.
Yeah, we could FM with it. So we're going to be coming out with some crazy, crazy sounds with this thing. All right, and for my number 3 most favorite feature is disperser, okay?
Disperser?
We have a disperser now in Serum. They're calling it something else,
okay,
but I'm going to show it to you. It's called Diffuser, okay? So, all right, we got a nice gunshot from our brand new pack. Now, if we go to our effects section, we got all these brand new effects, okay? Now I'm going to right click over here, and I'm going to load in a filter. And right over here, if we go to S2, Serum 2 filters, and you go to Diffuser, now we have a disperser. So let's check it out. So we're going to move this stuff around. See, it's already getting that really nice dispersy attack. And we could add some drive.
Yeah, laseriness.
Really, really nice laser, okay? And to make it more dispersory, we could add another one and then just change the frequency of the cutoff. Woo! See, but it also makes it longer, so
stages is like the pinch, or do you think resonance is the pinch?
I think resonance is the pinch.
Yeah.
Stage is, oh, there it is. That's really nice. And so without again, there's with 1, and then there's with 2. You can also put it on this side over here too. You have all of these Serum 2 filters over here. You got a diffuser right over there. But if you really want that nice laser sound for all of your gunshots, you got to put it at the end of your chain right over here. And if you want to get all lasery, get that diffuser on.
And I think what's so cool is just like the processing that you can do now is just insane. You know?
Yeah, and guys, one of our biggest goals with making our packs was to do everything within Serum and Ableton stock. And now that the whole landscape of Serum 2 has shifted, it's going to open up so many more possibilities for us to give you crazy, crazy sounds.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost unlimited now.
Yeah, man.
It is almost unlimited. It reminds me very much like Phase Plant, but just with the familiarity of Serum. Like, everything is in its place. Everything makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It just feels really, really good.
Do you think we'll get to a place where we have to like trying to find things like, oh, I wish it had this now. I wish it had that.
I say give it 3 months.
And then see?
Yes, give it this 3 months when we're sound designing every day with it. Then we're going to start seeing something. But
I feel like I found a couple things already that I'm like, oh, I wish it did this. And it's like,
it's
we're
been
never going to be
one day.
happy. I know.
It's been one
but
day.
I don't know.
Okay, so number 4, favorite thing about Serum 2 is brand new effects, okay?
Woo.
So let me deactivate these right now real quick so you can actually hear it a little bit better. There is a brand new effect called Bode or Bod or Baudet.
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 I like the Baudet.
I like Baudet too. It's very fancy. And essentially what it is a frequency shifter. So now we got a frequency shifter in Serum effects.
Sounds really good too.
Sounds really, really sick. Very wide. And one of my favorite parts of this is this blur knob. So essentially what it's doing is it's blurring the transient, kind of like unfiltered Spec Ops.
Yeah.
So Spec Ops has like a smear. Maybe let me see if I could just. Oh, let me see if I can. Oh, it's glitching. Interesting.
I don't think you were typing.
Duda.
User error.
Oh, look, I did Command F and it started
cool.
searching with Serum.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty
That's a
sick.
little trick.
So we have a smear effect right here. So this smear is a little different. It's still smearing the transient. So it is very reminiscent of the blur knob. So this is going to be one of my favorite effects to throw on and use. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like for hardstyle, for trap, like for UKG, it's gonna be insane, guys.
One thing that I've noticed with a lot of these effects is it seems like you have a lot more ability to add texture now to your patches, which is so cool, you know, because like a lot of like the Quest for Fire like basses, like I always think about those like those one-shot basses that he would have would be just like sort of like an FM bass, but it would have this like really interesting texture on top. I feel like you have so much more ability to texturize your sounds
for sure
with all these new effects
instead of just like a phaser and flanger.
Yes, and then when we get into the routing and all that stuff, like you can it's just crazy what you can do, which is super exciting.
Yeah. Number 5, my absolute favorite feature in Serum 2 is the search function, okay? Now, like you guys at home, I am a preset junkie. We have excellent sound. We have tons and tons of presets. And in Serum 1, I couldn't even load in my preset folder. I would have to make subfolders of all of our stuff, subfolders of our user banks, and it was just crazy. And the second I opened up Serum 2, it read all of my Serum preset files. And check it out. Look, boom, excellent. Boom. All of my excellent presets are here.
One thing I wanted to do was to put all of our presets into one folder.
Yeah.
So like now when we're producing and we just want to use our stuff, we could just type in excellent and it's all right there, and it's so fast. That's the big thing.
Yes,
it
so
wouldn't even
fast.
load. He had so many presets, it would not even load.
So he just did a whole facelift on this.
Yep.
You have notes over here. We could tell you guys what to do through the notes.
Yeah.
We got categories now. So
Tags?
Oh yeah, we got tags. It's gonna be so much better to search for sounds now, especially in sessions when we're not sound designing and I know the exact sound that I want to get. For example, Please Work, Midnight. Where's my Midnight Reese? There it is.
Midnight Hour Reese.
There it is. Got my midnight hour Reese.
Loads so
It's
fast,
my go-to.
dude.
Boom. So that is my final favorite feature, guys.
That was some great features, bro. I
Thank
like
you,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that being said, thank you, Parker, for showing us that. Now it's time for me to tell you what my favorite 5 features are, okay?
Number 6.
Number 6, or number 1, or number 5.
Okay.
We kind of have a particular order, I would say, okay? So my first favorite feature here, guys, is the unlimited amount of effects that you can have, right? So if you guys already didn't know, what you can do now in Serum is incredible, right? So you can actually add multiple effects. So if I wanted to add 17 OTTs, I can do that. I can just copy, option, drag, and I can just keep going over and over again.
I love it.
I can't tell you how many times that we've been making a sound and we have it so good and we get it to the point to where we're like, oh man, if I just had one more filter, and I don't feel like opening up Serum effects and messing with latch and trying to figure that out. We don't have to do that anymore. We can use, and I'm sure there's probably is a limit, I would imagine, or maybe until your computer just can't handle it.
We're going to have to see.
But the fact that you can actually go unlimited with the amount of OTTs, this is what we kind of said earlier, guys. There's no need for us really to have to process that much more in Ableton now. Now what you're going to see, especially from us, we have already prided ourselves on being a sample company that really tries to give you the best preset we could possibly give you with the amount of processing that you would need so that you can just, if you're brand new, you have really good sounds and they're going to sound good no matter what, even if you don't really know how to mix. And if you do know what you're doing, we make it really easy for you to turn that stuff off and maybe just put your own twist on it, right? Now what you're going to see is you're going to have these professional quality sounding basses, professional quality sounding presets. The quality of everything is going to be top tier, right? Because we have the ability to do this. There's no limitation to the amount of processing and sounds that we can come up with. So I'm super excited about that. There's not really much to show, but basically the fact that I can now do what I've been wanting to do forever, which is to multiple OTTs and especially EQs. I love the Serum EQ. It is so, so good.
Especially like in Serum 1 when you wanted to cut the lows at the very end.
Yeah.
Like,
so
there
many
it is.
things like that. It's
Simple
just
as
like,
that.
It's a simple thing. I can do as many EQs as I want. I can do as many filters as I want. I'm super happy. I don't need that many, but the fact that we had that limitation, it was always like, oh, if I just had one more, we don't have that anymore.
Yep.
So that is my first favorite thing about Serum 2 is we have unlimited effects. Amazing.
Beautiful.
All right, so my number 2 favorite new feature in Serum is the routing. I have an example here just to show you how powerful that can be. For a long time, I've been trying to make a lot of drums in Serum, and I can only take it so far, and then I'd have to process outside of it. What's cool now is that I actually have the ability to send specific oscillators, specific filters, and specific effects chains. So for example, what I have here is I have all my different oscillators and my noise oscillators all having different routing, right? My oscillator A is a sample, and I'm having that being routed into my actual bus 1 effects, right? So oscillator A is my white noise sample, and it's being routed into this effects chain with an EQ. My main is having everything that's going through the main is now being distorted and compressed. And then on bus 2, I have oscillator 3, and oscillator 3 is just a little bit of the ploingy sound that you hear, and that has a little bit of EQ and some frequency shifting to give us something that sounds like this. You could never do that in Serum 1 before.
It's so sick. And the routing is super easy in the oscillator page.
Right here, you can select where it's going to. So for instance, this one is going to none, but I have it just going to bus 1.
Yep.
Oscillator B, I have going to filter 1, just filter 1, and then that's going into the main. The filter 1 is going into main. And then oscillator C, I have that going into filter 2, and then also into bus 2, right? So this is where it gets super interesting, is like I was saying. I can now send multiple things into different tracks, and I also have control of the mix level of all of them. The possibilities are totally endless. No more do we have to actually process outside of Serum. This is why this is one of my favorite things about Serum 2.
Yes.
The routing is incredible. It's a lot of signal flow, but you guys can get it. Just go slow.
Yeah, I think the way that you put it is perfect, dude.
Yeah.
You've got the 3 oscillators. You could send it to main out, bus 1, bus 2, or you could send it nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Pretty insane.
So very, very cool.
Couldn't have never made this.
Yeah,
before.
no way.
No
No
way.
way. Now, my question for you is, now with all of these possibilities, do you think it's going to be harder for people to make simple sounds?
No, I think if anything, it's just going to improve upon sounds that we've already made. I know that there were sounds that I took as far as I could possibly go, and I was like, oh man, I wish I ran out of oscillators. It's going to be that situation. I ran out of oscillators, or if I really like this oscillator and I don't want to send it to the effects, if I could just send what I have here directly out.
Yeah.
We can do that now. It's amazing.
So sick.
Or I want to send it direct out from the filter. So that all that stuff is going to end up, you're going to be able to have just more control. I know it's a little bit more advanced for a lot of you, but really eventually when you start making your own sounds, you'll find that it's nice to be able to have that freedom of choice to send things to specific.
Yeah, and the way that Duda designed everything, it's literally just so like easy. Serum 1. It just makes sense. It's very intuitive. So don't be scared, guys. It's going to be great.
So again, that's my second favorite new thing about Serum 2 is the routing. Let's move on to my third favorite thing about Serum. And you and I had a little bit of a fight over who was going to get this one. Right? You went with Bode, which I appreciate because I really love the frequency shifter.
Yep.
I had to talk about the Convolver. Guys, the Convolver is crazy, right? What a Convolver is, it's an impulse response of an actual sound. And what that does is that enables you to create some crazy sounds with the actual creating it into like a reverb. Is that what you would say it does?
It's like the copy of the reverb.
Yeah,
it's the response of the reverb.
So if you're trying to make color bass, you can do it now totally in Serum. This is a new sound from our Brostep. Link in the description. March 28th, it's coming out, right? March 28th. If you guys want to know more information, click the link. Let's go ahead and play a sound real quick. Nasty, sick, modern, wubby sound, right? So what you can do, I have a Convolver loaded up, but it's turned off at the moment, right? So I got this Convolver turned off. Now what I did is I went ahead and loaded one of our effects in here. This is called the Excellent Whip Effects, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on and listen to what this does. We said it earlier, the amount of textures that you can do is insane. Now, this is what's really, really cool about this.
I'm so impressed with the Convolver in Serum 2. It's so sick. Again, I hate to say it, but KHS, I'm sorry, guys. We were all using yours, but like now what?
What are we supposed to do?
What are we supposed to do? All right, we're cuffed. We're cuffed.
A lot of shots being fired by you, bro.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're taking a stance. I'm
excited.
I'm excited too.
I'm so excited.
So I use that. That's the impulse response. So let's go ahead and let's just type in excellent chord, right? Now this is where it gets really crazy. Let's take that chord. It's probably a little bit too dirty, but let's just go ahead and we can just drag it in. Sounds pretty good.
Turn that. Yeah.
I have a note on the actual size. So whenever I change notes, it changes the size of it. Now here's what's really cool is watch what happens when I hit this arrow. It moves to the next sound in Ableton. So if you already have a folder of IRs, which you might want to get one from Excellent one day, right? If you already have that, you can easily load it, right? You could just type in, I want Excellence IR responses, right? We know other people have done that. I think Chime, right? Chime has a bunch of IRs, right?
Yep.
You could go through that and you could start, instead of having to click and drag it into every single one.
Every time.
Serum knows that you're in Ableton and it knows to go ahead and move to the next sound. That's incredible. No one's ever done that before.
It's insane.
I don't know if that's going to work in Logic. I hope it does, or it works in FL. But it's so cool to be able just to do that. It's such a small little workflow thing.
I know, it's so good.
So that's another reason why I wanted to bring up the Convolver is just that little feature right there is so great. So yes, number 3, the Convolver, baby. All right, number 4. Now this has been something that I've been asking for a very, very long time. There's a little bit of discrepancy. We want to make sure that we are giving you guys the most accurate information that we possibly can. We're not always correct. We're still learning this, and obviously other people out there are still learning this too, but from our understanding, this feature is not what some people are saying it is. So the feature that I want to talk about is called the PD, right? PD, it actually stands for phase distortion. We looked it up in the manual. This is what it actually does, right? What a phase distortion does is it's very, very similar to the phase modulation that was inside of Massive, right? It is not the old FM version of Serum. It is a phase distortion. From our our understanding. What this does is essentially, I can show you, is it's essentially, I don't really know a lot about what phase modulation is. AU5 does a great video on it where he was trying to do it using a noise oscillator in Serum 1. But now we have it, which is great because you can get this awesome texture that you couldn't get before. So let's just go ahead, I'm gonna bring it down to an octave. All of us back in the day were trying to make massive wubs like this. This would be like, oh, I can make a wub like this. That's what we were doing all the time.
Yep.
And I'm using a wavetable. So now let me just, I'm using a sine wave. So let me just show you real quick. If I just take this like halfway. It has that grindiness that we used to love from Massive. It has that grindiness sound. So if we're trying to remake these old Massive sounds, we're gonna have so much of an easier time being able to do that. Back in the day when we made our Skrilla pack and Gorilla, and we were trying really hard to get that sort of feature inside of Serum to kind of match that sort of texture that Massive had. And we weren't really able to do it. We got really close doing some other methods, but this is awesome that we have this now. Now, if I pull up Massive, and what I mean by that, by phase modulation, this is what Massive has, right? So Massive has this little knob right here. This is the phase modulation. Right now I have it set to going into a saw wave, just like I had with Serum, and I have it going up 2 octaves. You can hear how similar that actually is because it's pretty much the same thing, okay? So here it is here. Let's turn it all the way up. Halfway. Here's Massive. That's all the way. Pretty close.
It's pretty close, guys. This is great for your list, dude.
Yeah, I think
this is becoming one of my favorites right here.
I've always wanted it. It's just an extra way to get cool texture. It's not the same as FM, guys.
Yeah.
My 4th favorite thing. All right, and then lastly, bro, we finally made it, right? Okay, number 5. You guys have been waiting so long. We got to talk about the new algorithms for the Wavetable import. What are you talking about? Let me tell you guys, there has been an insane improvement on the way that we can import wavetables, to the point now where it is so easy to make awesome sounds from other sounds that we've already created in our one-shots or other packs, right? So for instance, let's go ahead and let's open up a brand new Serum 2, just like so. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab a new bass growl from our brand new pack, Brostep. Let's go ahead and go through some of these growls just real quick for the people. Oh. Let's use that one, okay?
Yeah, I like that one.
So back in the day, what we would have to do is we would drag this into Serum and hopefully it would do a good job. Sometimes it would do a good job, sometimes it wouldn't. We'd have to morph it, crossfade it. You still have to do that, but watch how good it sounds. If I just drag this in here, and I'm gonna do pitch average, okay? Listen how good that sounds. That is so much of a step up from before. What happens if I do this? It goes down the list. Look at that, guys. Another point. Bro, are you kidding me?
It already automatically fucking...
Look at this.
It already mattered.
I like this one before. There it is. I haven't even done this part where I go in here and then I don't even know how to do this yet. Where is it? Morph. Crossfade. Oh my God, bro!
That's sick.
It sounds so good.
That's sick.
Let's go ahead and let's process. Let's normalize each grain. Whoa!
Oh, dude.
So as you guys can see here, I mean, this is incredible. The way that he upgraded it and made it sound so much better as far as like that analysis of the wavetables. It sounds so good. We're gonna be able to make some insane sounds. Obviously, like you don't want to just, you could just put it in a sampler if you wanted to. He has that now. I could just put the growl in there.
Yeah.
But to be able to make it into a wavetable and have it actually sound really good a majority of the time, which before it was kind of a bit of a struggle, makes the possibilities endless. There's so many different sounds that we've made by bringing in like a really cool sound that we had, but maybe it didn't work all the way, but maybe we just got like a little bit of the texture of it. This is gonna be insane. The sounds that we're gonna be coming out of Serum 2, we cannot wait. So thank you guys so much for watching. We had such a good time. Those were our top 10 favorite features in Serum 2, baby.
You gotta tell us what you like more. Do you like Danny's favorite 5? Do you like my favorite 5? Do you have your own favorites that aren't even have anything to do with us? You gotta drop it in the comments. Let us know.
And if you guys love awesome, insane basses and sounds just like we do, make sure you guys go click the link in the description. We're gonna go ahead and have Brostep coming out. It's gonna have a ton of awesome Serum presets and of course samples for you guys. It's gonna be an amazing pack. We're bringing back Brostep. Help us bring back the nostalgia we all love. And of course, some awesome new sounds we cannot wait to make for you guys using Serum 2.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Later.